Internet Society in 2000, and in Georgia we created local branch of Internet Society. This is informal group. This is non-registered society. We are about over 40 individuals, volunteers, who try to take some steps towards development of Internet. There are many people amongst us who are members of Internet Society, who work on development of Internet, and we are united by one idea, that Internet should be open and accessible to everyone. Well, accessible is kind of understandable. Free means that it should not be limited, should not be blocked, with certain exceptions, of course. I mean, little children should not have access to bad content or non-desirable content, which what is now becoming also important is that Internet should become trustworthy. So our data should not leak out of Internet, or our personal data should not be open and should not be accessible to everyone. So it should be protected from one side and open and free from another. With a couple of words, this is a multinational organization working in many countries, and at the local level, microphone is not working properly. Oops. Yeah. And anyone who's interested in getting more information or obtaining more information on what can we do, what more can we do, how to prioritize this direction, they can approach me, and we can work together. Then Siranush Vardanyan, ICANN representative, who will speak about ICANN engagement and possibilities.
Georgian Internet Governance Forum. My name is Siranush Vardanyan, and I am representing ICANN. I hope everyone knows what ICANN stands for. Anyone knows?
Yes, I know.
Shh. What is ICANN? The one over this small globus. This is Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, and I'm representing the fellowship program of this organization. I'm originally and based actually in Armenia, neighbor, and yes. I know how hard to run the presentation during the time which keeps you from the lunch. That's why I will try to be short as possible. And if you have any other questions, just feel free to approach me till the end of the day. So I will tell you about two main programs to encourage youth participation. And as far as I understand, there are many students here which I think might be interested in these two programs. I will tell about the Fellowship Next Gen program. We'll say a couple of words about Next Gen, which is mainly for those who are enrolled in as students in teaching, learning, so PhD students, the graduate students, and the age is from 18 to 30 years old. So there is an age limit for Next Geners, and usually Next Gen is for the region where ICANN is taking place. So, for example, if the next ICANN 64 will be in Japan, the application for Next Gen participants is open only for Asia Pacific, where Japan is a part of. Okay, so the other one, which will be ICANN 65 in Africa, Marrakesh, it will be open only for students from Africa. So for Georgians who are part of Asia Pacific, the Kobe one, the next one, is now actually open for applications. So, fellowship program it's a capacity development program. It's a global capacity development program, and there is a limit age starting from 21 and no age limit for upper part. So from 21, if you are engaged in internet governance issues, you are part of the government or part of business sector, part of civil society, who somehow deal with internet and internet governance, you can apply for this program. So for each round, we select 45 fellows, starting from the new application process, which I will be talking about in a bit later. There will be, out of 45 fellows, there will be 7 selected as mentors. So we are having this mentorship program to help the newcomers make their entry to ICANN community as easy as possible. And there are 12 candidates selected as ambassadors, as next geners, as we call them, with 3 mentors, ambassadors, helping them with the same role. So we provide travel, accommodation, and stipend for all those who are selected. And there is an online application form. Nobody can send the CV or something to someone else. There is an online application form, and I will not talk about this process more, because if you go to ICANN.org website and search for fellowship program, everything is on our website in 6 UN languages. So you can find how to proceed with the application form and what kind of questions are asked in the application form. For now, we have, so we started the fellowship program since 12 years ago. And after 10 years, ICANN community decided to review the program and find out, okay, 10 years, what we should change, how the approach to the program selection should be changed. And they came up with more constructive way of implementation. And if you learn more about ICANN, you know that ICANN is a multi-stakeholder community. There are government, civil society, tech community, business community there, and we call them supporting organizations and advisory committees, as you can see SOAC abbreviation there. So they wanted to have more engagement in the fellowship program selection and implementation process. So what happened? Now they assigned the selection committee members. So now we don't have the independent selection committee, but we have all these supporting organizations and advisory committees have one person in the selection committee. So it's not ICANN selecting fellows, it's an ICANN community assigned selection committee members, okay? So, we developed metrics. So the community wanted more metrics. What is return on investment? Okay, we are bringing 45 fellows from all over the globe. How it works? So we spend that much money. How they show they are engaged. Just one quick example of the fellow from Georgia, Ucha Seturi. I don't think that you need to explain who that guy is. But this is the person who was actually came to ICANN and as a representative of Georgia. And believe me, now many people know about Georgia with the help of UCHA. I mean, these people are coming to ICANN, learn from what is going on there. And the main important thing, what they bring back to their local community. What UCHA bring back to Georgia is enormous. I mean, Eurodig, holding annual Eurodig event in Georgia is unprecedented. And he was the key in bringing, because he already set the network of people in ICANN who are from all around the globe and who are interested actually to learn more about and to provide support to local communities like Georgia, Armenia, and Caucasus in general. So these metrics are becoming important. We enhance the capacity development of fellows. We have the mentoring process. So before coming to ICANN, it's very important to know why you are going there, why it is important for you to be there. If earlier, we have the platform ICANN Learn, and if you go and search on our website, you can easily find ICANN Learn platform, which provides you free online courses. For now, which was not the case earlier, everybody who is applying for the fellowship, there are mandatory online courses which you should take in advance before applying to the fellowship. And one of the mandatory courses is Introduction to ICANN. The minimum, if you are applying to ICANN fellowship, is to know what is ICANN. What is multi-stakeholder model and what are they discussing? Why it is important to be a part of that community? Why it is important that your voice to be heard at that community? So engagement in policy is one of the aspects, as ICANN is, with the help of the community, is developing policy, how to run internet globally. So one of the key metrics for the fellows as well will be the engagement in policy development. So it can be on global level as a part of those supporting organizations and advisory committees, or it can be on your local level, how you support your local government to develop policy on your internet governance. And today in the morning we heard the representative of the commissioner. We heard that now the Article 17 in your constitution is saying about freedom of internet. But having freedom of internet is not enough. We have to learn how to use internet to feel ourselves freedom, right? So, I will not go very much detailed into the application process because this is everything on our website. And one of the key starts for the program is to provide outreach. I have only 2 minutes to finish. So I will encourage you to go to the ICANN website and learn more about the application process. Currently, there are no open application rounds. The next application round, which will be open globally for everyone from every region, will be for ICANN 66, which will be in next October in Quebec, Canada. But the application round will be opened in March. So we usually start 6-7 months prior to the meeting because it takes time for the application, for the selection, for review, and for final announcement, and for the mentoring, for the preparation work of the selected candidates. So March 2019 will be the next round open. Feel free to review and go to the application system and see the applications. So as I said, there will be 38 fellows selected for each time, and there is a limit of having 3 fellowships. So one person can receive 3 times fellowship. Why this process is in place? So first time, it is considered that you are a newcomer. You're coming with low knowledge about how you can be a part of this. So you come for your first meeting, you learn, you come back, digest what has been learned. The second time, you can be a fellow already with the purpose which community you belong to. So if you are end user without any technical background, you can be a part of at large, which is end users community there. If you are business sector, you can be a part of business constituency there. So for the next round, for example, we have Sergo Karakozov selected from Georgia as part of the fellowship. So he will be presenting Georgia in Kobe, in Japan. So these people also can be your key information source to find out more. Let's go further. Here you can find the links to all our websites, but the main information, as I said, is ican.org/fellowship program. So go, review, find out more, and also ican.org/nextgen. If you have any questions, feel free to reach me. Feel free to reach that guy over there. He knows everything about the program because he had been 3 times as a fellow, and I feel proud of that. Once again, thank you for your attention, and reach me if you have any questions.
Thank you, Cyrunos, for a very informative presentation. Our next speaker, we're going to have Sandra Hoferichta, who is
Can you hear me?
Representative of EuroDig organization.
Can you hear me?
As you all know, last EuroDig took place in Tbilisi, so we're going to give floor to Sandra. Sandra.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello, Sandra.
Okay, perfect. Dear friends and colleagues, congratulations to the 4th GeoIGF. And in German there is a saying, first time is a trial, the second time is a repetition, and the third time is a tradition. So with the 4th GeoIGF, you already have established a tradition. And in addition, you invited the European community to your wonderful country. I remember some vibrant discussions we had back in June, and I remain very thankful to have had the opportunity to work with the people in your country. I encourage you to take it up from there and continue the debates on a national level today. The messages from Tbilisi perfectly summarize the results from the workshops and the plenaries. And I know that Ucha has some brochures for distribution, but you will find it also as a PDF version on eurodig.org. For me, EuroDig is just, after EuroDig is just before the next EuroDig. And I hope to welcome many of you in June in The Hague, where we have our next EuroDig. We just finished the call for issues, and I was very glad to see proposals coming in from Georgia as well. On the 15th of January, we will meet the local community in the Netherlands, just as we did last year in February at Gita in Georgia. We will review all the proposals and discuss the draft program and also agree on an overarching theme. I know it's a long travel for a one-day meeting, but we will also offer remote participation, and I encourage you to use this opportunity and make your voice heard and help us shaping the EuroDig agenda for 2019. Also, I would ask you to join the org teams. Many of you have been part of an org team this year, and there should be nothing that hampers you to join another org team next year when the Dutch community is in charge of organizing EuroDig. You know, org teams are always open and you can join at any time. So for the next EuroDig meeting that will take place from 19th to 20th of June, We will also provide travel support, and I encourage you to apply for that. We will open the call for travel support on 1st of March, most likely, but please subscribe to our newsletter and follow the latest information there to stay involved. Don't miss the chance to stay involved, and I'm really looking forward to keep in touch with many of you. Personally, I will be back for a vacation next year. That's already in the planning stage, so I'm looking very much forward to come back to you and see many of you around. Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra. Okay, up next we have Vahan representing RIPE NCC. Please.
So where is this? 1, 2. Where's my presentation? Okay, great. So thank you much and Madloba. So I'm representing RIPE NCC opportunities to get involved, and first of all a bit about RIPE service region. We are one of 5 regional internet registries, and if you can see, this is our region to cover, and of course Georgia and Armenia are there, and many other countries, 76 I guess countries are there. What is RIPE NCC? It's a secretariat for RIPE community, and the RIPE community is you and me. So everybody here that is using internet is a part of RIPE community itself. And when we have fellowship and it is for RIPE community, don't be confused, it is for you. So we distribute IP addresses and AS numbers, we maintain the RIPE database, we provide RIPE Stat, RIPE Atlas and other tools and services. We are funded by members, members, and fully autonomous. We are open, transparent, neutral, and impartial. And as of now, we have over 20,000 LIR accounts with 134 from Georgia. It is really a huge number for this region. What do we have for learning? We have all online learning tools and webinars. We have webinars for following topics: internet routing registry, RIPE Atlas, RIPE database, IPv6, internet governance, and KSQ rollover. That means that even without traveling to any other country, you can, from here, from Georgia, get benefit from all these trainings and webinars. We have a RIPE Academy. You can visit it, academy.ripe.net. For local internet registry, RIPE database, IPv6. We also provide a certificate for those that have passed these trainings. RACI, the special tool, special instrument we use for RIPE Academic Cooperation. This is RIPE Academic Cooperation Initiative, and in the framework of this program, we provide the scholarships, in fact, fellowships, scholarships, let's say. We offer academics the chance to present to industry, make connections, and get feedback. If you have anything in your mind, you have a research project, you want to make a research that is covering several topics, I will represent it after, so you can apply to us. Successful applicants receive complimentary tickets, travel and accommodation to meetings. And we have a lot of meetings. Also, I will represent it after. And the applicants can publish their work through the special web page. It is RIPE Atlas labs.ripe.net. We have upcoming deadlines for fellowships. It is February 3 for MINOG 19. It will be hosted in Beirut, 3-4 April. We have an SE meeting, Southeast Europe 8 meeting in April in Sarajevo. We have a deadline on 17th of February for RIPE meeting, RIPE 78 meeting in Reykjavik, Iceland. And okay, we have ENOG meeting in Tbilisi. Maybe you'll not be interested to apply for a scholarship. What you should do, provide a short abstract and draft slides to this website. what type of relevant topics do we have? It is network measurements and analysis, IPv6 deployment, BGP routing, network security, internet governance, peering and interconnectivity, Internet of Things. But be careful here. We are not technical guys. Lawyers can apply, journalists can apply, that each and every person that has an interest and can deliver some content that is interesting for our members can apply. Internet of Things, it's not a technical one, no more. Internet governance, you know that. We are here for internet governance. It is not only a technical thing. So, this is Sarajevo meeting, 16, 17 April. This one is Reykjavik. This is Tbilisi, you know. You have here some links to RACI, to RIPE fellowships. But we have also one special fellowship that is called RIPE Fellowship. It is not only for academics. So RACI is only for academics. That means for students, for researchers, and for any other staff related to academic researches. Students can apply. RIPE Fellowship is for all RIPE community. It can be even, I don't know, policemen. It can be anybody from RIPE community can apply for that. And we want to increase the diversity at RIPE meeting with that. And it is open. We fund, again, travel, hotel, and meeting ticket. Because RIPE is not a free one, it is RIPE meeting, it is a paid one, but we cover this cost. The applicant must be from RIPE service region, from this region, and it is mainly aimed to the newcomers to the RIPE community, let's say. I'll just so fast. We have also the grant opportunities from 2017. We have funded the RIPE NCC Community Projects Fund. We have 250,000 euros per year to support non-commercial projects of value to the operation and resilience of the internet. And before going to the end, you can see a lot of fellowship opportunities from all of us, from ICANN. I've been 2 times ICANN fellow, from ISOC, from RIPE NCC, etc. What is the most valuable thing for you is that all we are from this region. Guys, you can just ask us. If you have any idea in mind, ask Siranush, ask me, ask everybody. Ask, just ask, guys. Liana, just ask it. Ask it, and we will, in any case, we'll reply you and just adjust your thoughts. Maybe we'll advise you something else. So the funding of this, maybe not for students, but in any case, I will provide this presentation to you. You can apply to these emails, and I am free to provide you the business card. And I'll ask Christian, my colleague, just to introduce you to 2 other tools. Yes, we have here.
Well, good afternoon. My name is Christian Teuschl, and I work for the RIPE NCC in Research and Development. Unfortunately, I don't have any slides, so I think I can give that back. I think if we're going to remember what IGF is for, then I would say IGF is a cooperation of people to make the operation in a beneficial way. So basically create the framework to make the operation of the internet very beneficial for society. But I think there's one big problem with that. How do we know that these agreements that the IGF create, that they are stick to, so that these regulations that we all agree on are really followed? And I think this is where data comes in. Personally, I think, and last year was my first encounter at IGFs, and I kind of realized that we have a lot of diversity in the audience. So, and does the microphone? Yeah, it works. So, so a lot of diversity in the audience of IGF, so that's pretty good. But I think the technical depth that is being presented at IGF is a little bit low. And what I'm pretty much lacking is a data-driven perspective. So really to use data and see if all these agreements that have been settled at IGFs are really followed. And yeah, that's why I'm here right now. So the RIPE NCC provides certain data sets that related with the internet are very important. Yeah, unfortunately I don't have slides, so you need to follow with your mind's eye what I'm saying right now. Theoretically, we have 3 different types of data sets. The first one is registry data, right? I mean, that's what we're going to cover as the internet registry. The second one is routing data. So that basically, that routing data gives you the information if something is accessible on the internet or not. So that is very important. The third one is active measurement data. And the RIPE NCC also funds another project that is called RIPE Atlas. I don't expect that too many people in the room have heard about RIPE Atlas, but I still dare to ask. So could you show hands if you heard about RIPE Atlas? Yeah, the usual suspects, right? So RIPE Atlas is a network of small devices that we're going to distribute to volunteers, so basically like you. Free of charge, exactly, yeah. And as soon as you're going to connect this device, it starts to measure, run internet measurements. We're going to collect this data and we're going to try in a data-driven session, we try to extract insights out of that. And that is very powerful. At the moment, we have around 10,000 probes on the internet, so on the globe. Unfortunately, we don't have too many in Georgia or in Armenia. And basically, I also understand that we are right now between you and the lunch, so I try to keep it a little bit short. What Vahan mentioned before with all these RACI programs, so I encourage you to apply for that. And if you need data to work on one of these topics, then maybe catch me in the break, and then I can give you more information. So I guess we don't do questions or something like that. No, because we don't have enough time. Yeah, I learned Vahan a little bit German, and so, since then he's using that. Yeah, exactly. Fantastisch is one of the words. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. So if you have any questions related to data that you could use to apply for one of these RACI sessions, then just come to me or to Vahan, and Vahan will send you to me. Okay? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Christian. And thank you, Vahan. And our final presenter, Liana, who is going to tell you about the perks of CIDIG and how you're going to participate and how to be even more engaged in the area.
Thank you very much. My name is Liana Galstyan. I'm from Armenia. I am a member of a multi-stakeholder advisory group for the global IGF. But here I make a presentation on behalf of the CIDIG, which is Southeastern European IGF. I'm one of the members of the executive committee of CIDIG. I think I have a slide, if we can run that, and I will make a quick introduction of our initiative. But before we start that, it's a web page. You can open that, cidig.org, and we can go through it. Before we start, I can tell a little bit about the global IGF, which was our intention with UCHA to make a little bit presentation on that. It's a multi-stakeholder advisory group from all over the world, so around 50, 55 people. making a group, and they are responsible for the agenda. They are assigned by the United Nations as advisory group to the General Secretary of the UN. This year, just quite recently, we had the 13th annual meeting of Global IGF in Paris. And the next year, it's going to be in Germany, in Berlin. So